Have you ever wondered why the thought of someone knocking on your door feels heavier than it should? Why some people crave company while you feel most alive when no one enters your space? Is it loneliness? Or is your soul trying to protect something the world cannot see? Today, I will reveal why disliking visitors may have nothing to do with being cold, and everything to do with the quiet strength of your inner world. Stay with me, because by the end, you will understand what your relationship with visitors reveals about the deepest nature of your soul. 1. Solitude is not isolation. It is where the soul learns to breathe. Many people believe that if you do not enjoy having visitors, something must be wrong with you. They assume you are unfriendly, distant, or even unhappy. Society has taught us that a house filled with people is a sign of success, while a quiet home is something to be questioned. But what if the opposite is sometimes true? What if your silence is not emptiness? What if your closed door is not rejection? What if your soul has simply learned something that many people have forgotten? When I was a young monk, I noticed something very interesting. The loudest places often produced the most restless minds. The busiest rooms rarely created the deepest conversations. People surrounded themselves with constant activity, yet inside, they remained exhausted. The more they filled their lives with noise, the less they could hear themselves. Many people are afraid of silence because silence removes distractions. The moment everything becomes quiet, your real thoughts begin to speak. Most people immediately reach for their phone. They turn on music. They invite someone over. They search for another conversation. Not because they truly need company, but because they fear meeting themselves. A peaceful person experiences silence very differently. Silence does not feel empty. It feels alive. It feels like finally taking a deep breath after holding it for too long. If you often prefer your own company instead of constant visitors, perhaps your soul has discovered something precious. Peace cannot survive endless interruption. Every person who enters your space brings more than their body. They bring their emotions, their worries, their expectations, their unfinished battles. Whether they speak about them or not, energy always travels. Have you ever noticed how one visitor can leave, yet the atmosphere of your home feels completely different afterward? Nothing has physically changed. The furniture remains where it was. The walls look the same, but somehow the room feels heavier. This is because your soul notices what your eyes cannot. Your inner world is always listening. Some people are highly sensitive to these invisible exchanges. After social gatherings, they do not simply feel tired, they feel drained. Not because they dislike people, but because their nervous system works differently. Imagine a calm lake early in the morning. Its surface is perfectly still. You can see the mountains reflected with complete clarity. Now throw 10 stones into that lake. The water becomes disturbed. The reflection disappears. The mountains never moved. Only the water did. Your mind works the same way. Every interruption creates another ripple. Every unexpected visit asks your attention to move away from yourself. Eventually, you forget what inner stillness feels like. That is why solitude becomes sacred. Not because you hate people, but because you love clarity. Solitude gives your thoughts room to settle. It allows emotions to untangle naturally. It lets your heart speak without interruption. Many people spend their entire lives listening to everyone else's voice. Very few spend enough time listening to their own. There is an old wisdom. The tree grows strongest where the wind cannot constantly shake its roots. Your soul also needs moments without constant movement, without constant conversation, without constant demands. Some people think solitude creates loneliness. True solitude creates the opposite. It teaches you how to enjoy your own presence. And once you enjoy your own presence, you stop begging for someone else's. This changes everything. You no longer welcome people because you fear being alone. You welcome them because your heart genuinely wishes to share. That is a completely different kind of relationship. The world often teaches us to collect people. Wisdom teaches us to protect peace. These are not the same. There is no prize for having the busiest home. There is only one question. When everyone leaves, does your soul feel lighter, or does it finally begin to breathe again? Your answer reveals more than any personality test ever could. Because peace is not something you decorate your home with. Peace is something your soul quietly guards every single day. And once you understand where true peace lives, you begin to see your home with completely different eyes. 2. Your home reflects your inner temple, not just your living space. Most people think a home is simply a place to sleep, a place to eat, a place to keep possessions. But your home is much more than walls and furniture. It is an extension of your inner world. Everything around you quietly shapes everything within you. Walk into two different homes. One feels calm before anyone even speaks. The other feels restless the moment you enter. Nothing obvious explains it, yet your heart notices immediately. Your home carries your energy. Every object, every sound, every habit, every conversation leaves an invisible mark. This is why ancient traditions treated the home with great respect, not because the building itself was sacred, but because the mind living inside it was. If your mind is your inner temple, then your home becomes its outer reflection. This is why many people instinctively protect their space, not from people themselves, but from unnecessary disturbance. Imagine spending an entire day carefully arranging a beautiful sand garden. Every line is intentional, every stone placed with patience. Now imagine someone walking through it without noticing. Within seconds, everything is disturbed. This is how your inner peace can feel. You may spend hours rebuilding your calm after a difficult week. Then one unexpected visit fills your space with complaints, gossip, pressure, or endless talking. Nothing visible remains after they leave, but something inside you has shifted. This is why wise people choose carefully who crosses their doorway, not from judgment, from awareness. Your front door is more than wood. It is a gate to your inner atmosphere. Many people leave that gate permanently open. Anyone may enter. Anyone may influence their emotions. Anyone may leave behind confusion. Then they wonder why peace feels impossible. A garden without a fence is quickly trampled. A heart without boundaries experiences the same fate. Some people believe kindness means saying yes to everyone. Real kindness also includes honesty. If welcoming every visitor leaves you emotionally exhausted, your soul is giving you information. Listen, not every invitation deserves acceptance. Not every knock requires an answer. Not every relationship deserves unlimited access. This is not selfishness. It is stewardship. Imagine a candle burning in a dark room. Its light is gentle. Its warmth is steady. Now imagine opening every window during a storm. Soon the flame begins to flicker. Eventually it disappears. Your inner peace behaves exactly like that flame. Constant disturbance weakens it. Intentional quiet protects it. Many people spend years searching for peace in distant places. They travel, they meditate, they buy more things. Yet every evening they return to a home that no longer feels peaceful. Peace begins where your environment supports your spirit. Even small changes matter. Less noise, more stillness, less unnecessary conversation, more meaningful presence. Your home slowly becomes a place where your nervous system relaxes instead of remaining alert. This is why some people secretly hesitate before inviting others inside. They are not protecting furniture. They are protecting atmosphere. They know how long it took to build, and they know how quickly it can disappear. The deepest peace cannot be purchased. It is cultivated, patiently, quietly, day after day, and once you begin protecting the space around you, a surprising truth begins revealing itself. The greatest challenge is not who enters your home. It is what happens to your energy every time they do. 3. Why constant social energy slowly weakens your inner power. There is something few people ever notice. Every interaction asks for a small part of your attention. A conversation, a phone call, a visitor, a message. None of these seem heavy by themselves, but together they slowly drain the mind. Think of your attention as clear water inside a cup. Every demand takes a small sip. One conversation, another decision, another interruption, another expectation. By evening, very little remains. This is why many people feel exhausted without doing physical work. Their body is not tired. Their attention is. Attention is one of the greatest forms of life energy. Where it goes, your strength follows. Many people give it away without noticing. They answer every message immediately. They welcome every visitor. They solve everyone's problems. They listen to endless complaints. At first, this feels generous. Over time, it becomes costly. Because while you are carrying everyone else's emotional weight, who is carrying yours? A peaceful person understands something different. Attention is precious. It should not be spent carelessly. Imagine walking through a market where hundreds of people pull at your sleeve. One wants advice, another wants your opinion, another wants your time, another wants your sympathy. You may leave without buying anything, yet you still return home exhausted. Why? Because energy is exchanged even when nothing physical changes hands. The same happens inside your home. Some visitors leave you inspired, others leave you confused. Some leave hope behind, others quietly plant anxiety. This is why wisdom asks a simple question before welcoming anyone deeply into your life. How do you feel after they leave? Not while they are present. After they leave, your body answers honestly. Does your breathing become lighter or heavier? Does your mind become clearer or noisier? Does your heart feel expanded or strangely burdened? These answers matter because your soul speaks through feeling long before your mind finds words. Many people ignore these signals. They continue opening their lives to everyone. Then they wonder why they feel emotionally scattered. Inner power is not loud. It is concentrated. Look at sunlight. It warms the earth. Now focus that same light through a magnifying glass. Suddenly, it can create fire. Nothing changed except concentration. Your mind works exactly the same way. The more scattered your attention becomes, the weaker your inner power feels. The more protected your attention becomes, the stronger your presence grows. This is why deeply peaceful people often speak very little. Not because they have nothing to say, because they refuse to waste energy unnecessarily. Their silence stores strength. Their patience builds clarity. Their calm becomes influence. People often mistake quietness for weakness, yet mountains never announce their strength. The ocean never argues about its depth. The strongest presence in the room is often the one speaking the least. If you constantly feel uncomfortable with endless visitors, perhaps your soul is asking for restoration rather than isolation. Perhaps your heart understands that wisdom grows in quiet soil, not crowded rooms. The world rewards constant availability, but the soul blossoms through intentional absence. Every time you choose peace over pressure, silence over noise, and purpose over endless distraction, you reclaim a part of yourself that the world almost convinced you to surrender. And when you begin protecting that invisible strength, another question quietly rises. If guarding your peace transforms your soul this deeply, what happens when you stop apologizing for the boundaries that protect it? 4. The silent difference between protecting your peace and escaping people. There is a question that many people never ask themselves. It is a quiet question, a difficult question. But if you answer it honestly, it can change the way you understand your own heart. When you choose to be alone, are you protecting your peace, or are you running from people? At first, these two choices may look exactly the same. Both lead to solitude, both lead to silence, both lead to a closed door. But inside, they are completely different journeys. One is built from wisdom, the other is built from fear. The outside may appear identical. The soul knows the difference. Imagine two travelers standing at the edge of a forest. One enters because he wishes to learn. The other enters because he wishes to hide. Days later, both are still inside the forest. Yet one returns stronger. The other returns even more afraid. The forest never decided their future. Their intention did. The same is true for solitude. Some people stay alone because they have discovered peace. Others stay alone because they no longer trust anyone. One heals, the other hardens. This is why we must be honest with ourselves. Wisdom begins where excuses end. Many people say, "I don't like visitors." But what does that sentence really mean? Sometimes it means, "My home is where I recharge." Sometimes it means, "I value quiet more than noise." Sometimes it means, "My soul needs stillness." But sometimes it means something much deeper. It may mean, "I have been disappointed too many times. I have been judged too often. I opened my heart before, and someone walked away with pieces of it." Without realizing it, many people build invisible walls around themselves. At first, these walls feel safe. Nothing painful enters, but something beautiful cannot enter either. This is the danger. Protection is healthy. Imprisonment is not. A wise person builds gates. A fearful person builds walls. Do you notice the difference? A gate can open. A wall only separates. Your soul was never meant to become a prison. It was meant to become a peaceful sanctuary. There is a beautiful image I often reflect upon. Imagine holding a precious bowl filled with clear water. If someone bumps into you carelessly, what happens? The water spills. Now imagine placing both hands around the bowl, walking slowly, remaining aware. You are still moving through the world, but now you protect what matters. This is peace. You are not avoiding life. You are carrying it carefully. Many people think inner strength means becoming emotionally untouchable. No. Real strength is remaining open without becoming unprotected. The strongest tree still bends with the wind. If it refused to bend, it would break. Your heart must remain soft enough to feel, yet strong enough not to collapse. Some people mistake emotional numbness for maturity. They say, I don't care anymore. I don't need anyone. I've learned my lesson. Listen carefully. Those words often sound powerful, but underneath them lives hidden pain. A healed heart speaks differently. It says, I choose carefully. I welcome peace. I no longer force connections. Notice the difference. One speaks from bitterness. The other speaks from freedom. Freedom is never loud. It does not need to prove itself. When your peace is genuine, you stop explaining yourself to everyone. People may misunderstand your quietness. They may call you distant. They may wonder why you rarely invite others into your home. Allow them to wonder. Not everyone needs to understand your journey. A mountain never apologizes because some people prefer the city. A river never changes its direction because others dislike its path. Nature follows its own rhythm. Perhaps your soul is asking you to do the same. The world encourages constant availability. Answer every call. Reply to every message. Attend every gathering. Accept every invitation. Smile through every conversation. Eventually, people become exhausted without understanding why, because every yes given without awareness slowly becomes a no spoken to yourself. Every unnecessary obligation steals a little piece of your attention. Every forced conversation asks your nervous system to work harder. Soon, even your own thoughts become difficult to hear. This is why protecting peace requires courage. Sometimes courage is not standing in front of a crowd. Sometimes courage is quietly saying, not today, without guilt, without anger, without explanation, only calm certainty. The peaceful person understands something many never learn. You are responsible for the condition of your own mind. No one else can guard it for you. No one else can decide what enters your inner world. That responsibility belongs only to you. Imagine your mind as a beautiful garden. Flowers grow there. Fresh air moves gently through it. Birds sing without effort. Now imagine allowing anyone to enter whenever they wish. Some admire the flowers, others pick them. Some water the soil, others leave trash behind. After enough careless visitors, even the gardener forgets how beautiful the garden once looked. This is why awareness matters. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your inner world. Some people deserve kindness. Very few deserve closeness. Those are different gifts. You can wish someone well without inviting them deeply into your life. You can love people without carrying their burdens every day. You can remain compassionate without sacrificing your own peace. This balance is not selfish. It is wisdom. Many people swing between two extremes. They either let everyone in or they trust no one at all. Wisdom chooses neither extreme. Wisdom observes. It waits. It allows time to reveal character. Character cannot be hidden forever. Sooner or later, every person reveals the quality of their heart, not through words, through patterns, through consistency, through small actions repeated over time. The wise never rush this process. They understand that peace, built slowly, lasts much longer than excitement built quickly. If you have reached a place in life where you no longer enjoy unexpected visitors, do not judge yourself immediately. Instead, ask one gentle question. Is my soul asking for peace, or is it asking for healing? The answer changes everything, because peace and healing walk together. Yet healing must come before lasting peace. And once healing begins, something even more important quietly appears. Not stronger walls, but wiser boundaries. 5. Boundaries are an expression of self-respect, not rejection. There is a misunderstanding that causes endless suffering. Many people believe that setting boundaries means pushing others away. They fear that saying no will make them appear cold, unkind, selfish, difficult. So instead, they keep saying yes. Yes when they are exhausted. Yes, when they need rest. Yes, when they feel uncomfortable. Yes, when every part of their soul is whispering, please, choose yourself this time. Slowly, something painful begins to happen. They stop betraying other people. They begin betraying themselves. This betrayal rarely happens all at once. It happens quietly. One unnecessary visit, one forced conversation, one obligation accepted out of guilt, then another, and another, until one day they wake up feeling strangely disconnected from themselves. They wonder, when did my life become so heavy? The answer is simple. Every time you ignore your inner voice, it becomes a little quieter, not because it disappears, because it realizes you are no longer listening. The soul speaks softly. It never shouts. This is why silence is so important. Only a quiet mind can hear quiet wisdom. Imagine owning a beautiful house with many doors. Would you leave every door unlocked every hour of every day? Of course not. Not because you hate people, because you value what lives inside. Yet many people leave the doors of their emotional life completely open. Anyone may enter. Anyone may interrupt. Anyone may demand attention. Anyone may leave emotional chaos behind. Then they wonder why they feel overwhelmed. Your peace deserves the same protection as your home. In fact, even more, because broken furniture can be replaced. A disturbed spirit takes much longer to restore. Boundaries are simply doors with awareness. They allow love to enter, but they prevent chaos from settling inside. Notice something very important. A boundary does not attack. It simply defines. It quietly says, this is healthy for me. Nothing more, nothing less. The strongest boundaries are never built with anger. They are built with clarity. Anger often creates distance. Clarity creates respect. Think about the sun. It gives warmth to every living thing, yet it never leaves its place trying to please everyone. Its strength comes from remaining centered. Your life follows the same principle. The more centered you become, the more peaceful your relationships become. Because people no longer experience confusion, they know where you stand. Many people fear disappointing others, but ask yourself something. How many times have you disappointed yourself simply to avoid disappointing someone else? That question deserves silence. Sit with it. Do not rush to answer. Some of the deepest truths reveal themselves only after the mind becomes still. When you constantly ignore your own limits, your body begins speaking for you. Fatigue appears. Irritation grows. Patience disappears. Sleep becomes difficult. You blame work. You blame stress. Sometimes, your soul is simply asking for healthier boundaries. There is an old saying, you cannot pour tea into everyone's cup if your own kettle is empty. Many people spend years trying to become useful. Very few spend time becoming whole. Wholeness comes first. Only then can your kindness remain genuine. Otherwise, kindness slowly turns into resentment, and resentment quietly destroys relationships from the inside. A person who respects themselves never needs to become rude. They simply become honest. Honesty sounds like this. I need some quiet today. I won't be available this evening. I appreciate the invitation, but I need time alone. Notice how calm these words are. No anger, no excuses, no long explanations. Truth spoken gently carries incredible strength. Some people will understand, some will not. That is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to remain aligned with your own heart. Many people confuse being liked with being loved. Being liked often requires constant performance. Being loved requires authenticity. The people who truly care for you will eventually respect your boundaries. They may not understand them immediately, but genuine love always learns. Those who become angry because you protect your peace often benefited from your lack of conte. Remember that carefully. Not everyone misses you. Some simply miss unlimited access to your energy. There is a profound difference. The wise learn to recognize it. Imagine holding a lantern during a dark night. Its light helps everyone walking beside you, but only if you protect its flame. If you allow every strong wind to reach it, soon everyone is left in darkness. Protecting your light is not selfish. It is an act of responsibility, because your calm presence becomes a gift to the world. People often ask, how do I know if my boundaries are healthy? The answer is surprisingly simple. Healthy boundaries create peace. Unhealthy walls create loneliness. One allows connection with wisdom. The other blocks connection through fear. The difference is always found inside your intention. Your soul already knows which one you are building. Listen carefully, not with your ears. with your heart. The heart is never rushed. It understands timing. It understands trust. It understands when to welcome and when to remain still. When you stop apologizing for protecting your peace, something remarkable happens. Your relationships become fewer but deeper. Your conversations become shorter but more meaningful. Your home becomes quieter but infinitely richer. And without realizing it, your soul begins carrying a presence that cannot be created through noise, popularity, or endless social activity. It is the quiet power of a person who has learned that peace is not found by closing the world out. It is found by opening the right doors at the right time. 6. When you honor your inner nature, you stop apologizing for who you are. There comes a quiet moment in every person's life. It does not arrive with applause. It does not announce itself with loud music. No one gathers around to celebrate it. Yet this moment changes everything. It is the moment you stop asking the world for permission to be yourself. Until that day, many people spend their lives trying to become acceptable. They adjust their personality. They change their habits. They hide their preferences. They smile when they feel tired. They say yes when every part of them wants to say no. They keep their door open even when their soul longs for silence. Not because they truly want to, but because they fear one thing: being misunderstood. Look carefully at your own life. How many decisions have you made because they felt right? And how many did you make simply because you were afraid of disappointing someone? There is a profound difference. One comes from your soul, the other comes from fear. Fear always asks, what will they think of me? Wisdom asks, what kind of person am I becoming? The second question changes your entire life. Because once your attention moves from people's opinions to your own character, everything begins to settle. You stop chasing approval. You begin building integrity. Integrity is a beautiful word. It means your inner world and your outer actions become one. There is no longer a mask, no longer a performance, no longer a version of yourself created only to satisfy others. Many people live with two identities. One is the person everyone sees. The other is the person who exists only in silence. These two people become so different that life begins to feel exhausting. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack every day. At first, you become used to the weight. After years, you forget what walking freely even feels like. Living behind a mask is exactly like carrying that invisible weight. It drains energy. It steals peace. It weakens joy. Then one day, you make a simple decision. You remove the backpack. Nothing outside changes immediately. The road remains the same. The weather remains the same. The destination remains the same. Yet every step suddenly feels lighter. This is what happens when you stop apologizing for your true nature. Many people believe confidence means speaking loudly, showing authority, dominating every room. But real confidence is much quieter. It is the ability to remain yourself, even when other people expect something different. Imagine a bamboo tree. It never competes with the oak. It never wishes to become a pine tree. It simply grows according to its own nature. Because of that, it never experiences inner conflict. Human beings create suffering by constantly comparing themselves. Someone says, you should socialize more. Another says, you need to be more outgoing. Someone else says, you stay home too much. Slowly, you begin questioning yourself. You wonder, maybe something is wrong with me. But ask yourself another question. Who decided there is only one correct way to live? Who decided that a peaceful home must always be filled with visitors? Who decided silence is less valuable than conversation? The answer is simple. People who have never experienced the power of deep stillness. They judge what they do not understand. Do not become angry with them. Simply recognize that not everyone walks the same path. A bird belongs in the sky. A fish belongs in the water. Neither is wrong. They simply honor different natures. You must learn to honor yours. This does not mean becoming stubborn. It does not mean refusing every invitation. It does not mean isolating yourself from the world. It simply means listening before reacting. Listening to something much quieter than opinion. Listening to your own heart. Your heart already knows the environments where it flourishes. Notice how different you feel after spending time with certain people. Some conversations leave you smiling for hours. Others leave you strangely exhausted. Some homes make you feel peaceful. Others make you want to leave after only a few minutes. Your soul notices these differences long before your mind explains them. The tragedy is not that people ignore their feelings once. The tragedy is that many ignore them for years. Eventually, they stop trusting themselves altogether. When that happens, they become dependent upon outside approval. Someone praises them, they feel valuable. Someone criticizes them, they feel broken. Someone includes them, they feel accepted. Someone ignores them, they question their worth. Their emotional life becomes controlled by other people's actions. This is not freedom. Freedom begins when your peace no longer depends on someone else's opinion. Think about the moon. It continues shining even when clouds hide it. It does not become less beautiful simply because someone cannot see it. You are the same. Your value does not disappear because someone misunderstands your quietness. Many deeply peaceful people have been misunderstood throughout history, not because they lacked wisdom, because wisdom often moves slower than public opinion. People judge quickly. Understanding arrives patiently. This is why you must never build your identity upon temporary reactions. Build it upon enduring principles. Truth, compassion, discipline, humility, peace. These qualities never become outdated. The opinions surrounding them constantly change. There is another reason people apologize for themselves. They confuse kindness with self-abandonment. They believe loving others requires neglecting themselves. This belief quietly destroys countless lives. Imagine lighting candles throughout an entire village, one after another, one after another. Soon every house is filled with light. Then you return home. Your own candle has gone out. You helped everyone else, but you forgot yourself. This is not wisdom. True kindness never demands self-destruction. The person who protects inner peace gives better love than the person who constantly sacrifices it. Why? Because peaceful love has patience. Peaceful love listens. Peaceful love does not expect rewards. Exhausted love becomes impatient. It becomes resentful. It silently keeps score. That is why protecting yourself is also protecting your ability to love. Many people think spiritual growth means giving more. Sometimes spiritual growth means receiving rest, receiving silence, receiving stillness, receiving space. Without these gifts, the soul slowly becomes thirsty. Imagine a traveler crossing a desert. He generously offers water to everyone he meets, again and again. Eventually, his own bottle becomes empty. His kindness was beautiful. His wisdom was incomplete. You cannot continue walking with an empty bottle. The same is true for your spirit. Rest is not laziness. Quiet is not weakness. Privacy is not selfishness. These are forms of nourishment. Your soul requires them, just as your body requires sleep. The modern world rarely teaches this. Instead, it rewards constant availability. Always online, always responding, always attending, always producing, always explaining, always proving. But nature teaches a different lesson. Look at the seasons. Spring never apologizes for blooming. Summer never apologizes for shining. Autumn never apologizes for letting leaves fall. Winter never apologizes for becoming quiet. Every season understands its purpose. Only human beings feel guilty for changing. Sometimes your life requires spring. Sometimes it requires winter. If your soul is entering a quieter season, honor it. Do not rush to become who you used to be. Growth often looks like slowing down before moving forward. Many people fear becoming invisible, so they fill every moment with activity. But there is remarkable strength in becoming comfortable with not being noticed. The tallest mountain does not ask anyone to admire it. Its greatness exists whether people visit it or not. When your identity becomes rooted within yourself, external recognition loses its power. Compliments become pleasant. Criticism becomes informative. Neither controls you. This balance is rare, and because it is rare, people naturally feel calm around someone who possesses it. Have you ever met a person who entered a room without demanding attention, yet everyone felt their presence? That is the power of inner alignment. Nothing needs to be forced. Nothing needs to be performed. Presence speaks for itself. Your home begins reflecting this change. Silence no longer feels awkward. It feels nourishing. A quiet evening becomes more valuable than endless entertainment. Simple conversations become richer than constant social activity. The people who truly belong in your life begin respecting your rhythm. They stop asking you to become someone else. And something beautiful happens. You no longer choose relationships based on how many people want your attention. You choose them based on how much peace they bring to your life. This changes everything. You become slower before saying yes, quieter before making decisions, more patient before trusting. Not because you have become fearful, because you have become aware. Awareness is one of the greatest forms of freedom. The unaware person reacts. The aware person responds. The unaware person follows pressure. The aware person follows principle. Little by little, your entire life begins changing. You wake up feeling lighter. Your mind becomes clearer. Your breathing becomes deeper. Your conversations become more meaningful. Your home becomes a place where your soul naturally relaxes. And perhaps the greatest transformation of all, you stop feeling guilty for protecting what is sacred. You no longer apologize because you enjoy quiet mornings. You no longer apologize because unexpected visitors disturb your peace. You no longer apologize because you choose depth over constant company. You understand something that many spend an entire lifetime searching for. Your soul is not asking you to become everyone else's idea of success. It is asking you to become fully yourself. That journey requires courage. It requires honesty. It requires patience. But above all, it requires trust. Trust that the quieter voice inside you has always known the way. When you begin trusting that voice, something extraordinary happens. Life becomes simpler, not because every problem disappears, but because you stop fighting against your own nature. You no longer waste energy pretending. You no longer seek permission to protect your peace. You no longer measure your worth by the number of people entering your home. Instead, you measure it by the peace living within your heart. And when your heart becomes peaceful, your presence becomes a quiet gift to everyone fortunate enough to share your path. Conclusion: if today's reflection resonated with you, remember this. Not every closed door is a sign of rejection. Sometimes it is the gentle protection of a soul that has learned the value of peace. If you do not enjoy constant visitors, do not rush to judge yourself. Look deeper. Perhaps your spirit is simply asking for space to breathe, to heal, and to grow. Honor your nature with wisdom, not guilt. Protect your peace without closing your heart. Choose solitude when it strengthens your soul, and choose connection when it is built on sincerity. The balance between the two is where true freedom is found. If this message brought clarity to your heart, subscribe to the channel and join this journey of wisdom, self-mastery, and inner peace. Share this reflection with someone who needs permission to embrace their true nature, and until we meet again, guard your mind, nurture your spirit, and walk your path with quiet strength.